Does the opposite sex drive you crazy sometimes? Do they even piss you off or have they hurt you? I can absolutely emphatically say yes to those questions. I went from thinking that men were these insensitive, no, I hate to say it, but insensitive jerks, to actually knowing them as my heroes. It's so awesome. I had no idea that men were actually trying to make me happy. And I'm going to talk about that in the video. And I want to pause for a moment and share with the guys that we really aren't as complicated and complex as you might think we are. The truth is there's just a few things that you need to know about how we think, what we need, how we feel when we get scared. And ladies, you're going to gain really important insights into how men think. And so listen and watch as I share these differences and laugh and learn along with the video. I'll see you again at the end.
So our journey now moves into understanding and appreciating and celebrating the opposite sex. And where we are going, because this makes it so much more fun and so much more connected, is next slide for us. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can't play this because I don't have any sound up here, but there's a video from Friends that is a perfect example of this. And it is Rachel and Ross's first kiss. And the girls go in their apartment and the guys go in the other apartment. And so Rachel says to Phoebe and Monica, thank you, like, oh my God, Ross kissed me. And they're like, oh my God, we want all the details. Wait, we got to shut off the phones and we got to turn on, get the wine and don't start without me. And oh my God, give me every detail. How did it start? What? I want to know everything. And Monica says, oh, his hands started here and it was so good. And then they started to move up my body and they're going, oh my God. And she keeps going and they're like, oh, and then he brought him into my hair and they're like, oh, that was so good. Oh my God. This is the girls, okay? Guy's apartment, having pizza. Ross says to Joey and Chandler, I kissed Rachel. Good? Yeah. Tongue? Yeah. Cool. That's it. That's it. And these two people are trying to have a relationship. Why don't you talk like me? You talk too much. You don't talk enough. Give me more details. Why are you giving me all the details? Guys, you ever get crazy with all a woman's details? There's actually a biological reason why she gives you all the details, but I'll tell you that on another day. Okay, so the needs. We have totally different relationship to needs. How we relate to them, how we express them, how often we take care of them. Men take care of their needs way better than women do. Women, we've been bred to put ourselves aside and aside and aside and aside until the last possible moment. How many know what I'm talking about? We gotta get over that. And when we're willing to admit that we have them, our guys will actually help us get them met. Fancy that. So, big difference in the way that we relate to our needs. We've started on communication with the Friends episode, but ladies, why do you talk? To connect, yes. To have some intimacy. Somebody said last night, because we enjoy it. Guys, do you talk for pleasure? No, not so much. Can you enjoy a conversation? Sure. But is it your reason for communicating? No, it's usually to get to the point or solve a problem. What's here and how do I get to the root of it? Yes? Okay, so this is where we get off on the wrong track. And so remember, I've been talking about set each other up to win. One of the things that when we start studying communication between men and women is starting to realize, okay, this is the mode I'm in, this is the mode he's in. What do I need to give him so that this conversation is really good for both of us? Or what should I ask her so that I know how to best be in this conversation? And so there's tools and ways to ask questions that actually get us more deeply happy and connected in our conversations. Guys, you ever had a woman repeat an upset over and over and over again? Yeah. You know why she does it? That's what she thinks. That's exactly what she thinks, but most likely, you heard the words she said. You heard what the problem was. What you didn't hear is how she feels. And when she thinks you got how she feels, ladies, raise your hand if I'm telling the truth so they can see. Okay, they did. Okay, all right. I want the guys to see this. This is important. It'll diffuse so many conflicts so much quicker. Because what you think is that you take out the trash or you go get the milk or you do whatever it is that you messed up. Hint, hint, honey, this one came up the other day. I'm just realizing it. I'm like, oh yeah, that was what was going on because he didn't hear what I felt. That's what, But when the minute that we feel like he got that we're hurt, we feel like we weren't important, we feel disappointed, that's when we let go, guys. That's when it's done. So, good hint.
And they're mostly physiatric.
Much more likely, yes. Are you sure? Guys, how much do you like that question? Any guys in the room like being asked, are you sure? Okay. But your lady, she probably does. So this is where it's wired differently. Like, she doesn't score points if she asks, but you do. I think, guys, you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but here's why. Remember I said women give and give and give and give and give until they're at the bottom and then they'll finally take care of themselves? If you ask her, are you sure? She gets to go, oh, I don't have to do that right now? No, I'm actually really not sure. We do this with our girlfriends because our girlfriends, if they think we need them, they will be there. But if we ask, are you sure? They're like, oh, you know what? I am really exhausted. You're okay? Yeah. And even though she said she'd be there, she doesn't have to be because I asked her, are you sure? So ladies, stop asking your guy, are you sure? And I forget this, but then I go, oh, wait, cancel that question. Because he tells the truth. That's where it says, I already told you. This is his answer. He goes, I already told you. It's okay with me. Is this conversation sounding familiar? Okay. So the gist of this is that if I just talked about sex and communication, we could talk about at least 50 different differences. It's critical that we start understanding this stuff, translating it so that we can be happy and not frustrated. Yes? Yes. Okay. Sexual turn-ons. Appliances. I'm not talking about the ones in the bedroom drawer. Kitchen appliances. If we compared sexuality and men's sexuality and women's sexuality to kitchen appliances, men might be more like a microwave. Comes on pretty quickly. Gets hot pretty quickly. Yes? Okay. Women, how about you? Crock pots. Yes! It's exactly it. Guys, if you want a juicy, hot, wet woman at night, you gotta turn her on in the morning. And then you gotta stir it during the day a couple of times. Yes, ladies? Show them. Woo! Yeah. Now, is turning you on really complicated? No. It's like the extra stroke down my head as you walk out. Ooh, that felt good. It's the sweeter kiss. It's the compliment. It's the text during the day. You're awesome. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. We need to know that we're important and that you see us. That's what turns us on. Compliments, ladies? Aphrodisiac, guys. Inexpensive. Easy. And it works, ladies.
It could be anything.
Anything.
Wow, you really cleaned the dirt on that corner really fast.
Yes. What she just said, so this wasn't part of the workshop, but she gave a perfect example. One of those needs that I talked about is that a woman needs to feel valued. And what valued means is you notice the contribution she makes to the relationship and your life together. And she just said, I noticed that you cleaned that corner out. She just got valued. She just got stimulated. She said that was hot. I love it. You guys getting this? This is one of the cosmic jokes, is that women tend to want affection, and that makes them want to have sex. True, ladies?
Yes.
You get more affection, you tend to want more sex.
Yes.
The sad part is that, what's that? They actually do. They can find it. Very often, it comes after sex. When men have sex, they tend to want to share more affection. So which one leads? Depends on the moment. And it's always authentic. But it's realizing that we may be craving this, and it may be harder for him to give it right now. And there are ways that we can navigate that authentically, still honoring, not giving ourselves to get. I'm not purporting that. But noticing, again, that selfish generosity that can play into it. So this is which one's leading. For women, affection is leading. For men, sex is leading. And how do we dance with that? And it's critical, again, to understand. Thanks. Good?
Guys, did you get that key on how to end a woman's upset more quickly? She wants you to hear how she feels. When you hear that, she relaxes, and that's the turning point. You're close to the end of that upset. And I know a woman's emotions can be scary, but they don't have to be. The truth is you can learn to be really conscious and even powerfully loving with a woman's emotions. Yes, it's possible. Remember how I said at the end of video 1 that sometimes the very thing that frustrates us is also the thing that turns us on? Well, ladies, let's give you an example. You know when a guy is totally focused on that TV or the computer or the book or the phone and you can't get his attention and it drives you crazy? But what about when he turns that attention on you and all of his attention is riveted on pleasuring your body or putting a smile on your face? That's hot. Guys, you know the love-hate thing with her emotions? Quick story. I had a prospective client call me and he's telling me about what he wants, and he says, you know, I really want a woman who is sexually free. She's uninhibited, fully expressed. I thought, great, as long as you're showing up as a guy who can attract a woman like that, everything's good. And he continued to talk, and then he said, you know, and I don't want a woman that's emotional. Ding, ding, ding. I knew where the problem was. See, guys, what makes a woman orgasmically wild is tied to her emotions. So you gotta accept those emotions and appreciate them.